Hi Aries, welcome to my reading. Welcome to my channel. Welcome in, welcome in. So I pre-shuffled everything, your full monthly reading for the month of February. I just didn't want to waste time shuffling about because I just want to, discuss some preliminary stuff before I get into your reading. Because what I see on the table, I see some interesting situations regarding a relationship with a soulmate. Now, this literally could be your love partner, your business partner, or a family member, because soulmates come in all shapes, sizes, and forms, and we get a dozen or so in our lifetime. This could also be your twin flame. If you don't know what that is, please Google it, and you'll know the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. Now, the way I do my readings is the top half is the beginning of the month, the middle is the middle of the month, obviously, and the bottom half is the end of the month of February. We're also going to go in and we're going to clarify this with a different deck so we can do a deeper dive. Now, I just want to pull one more card. Please tell me what's influencing the whole month of February. Okay, that was pretty quick. You have the Tower in reverse and the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is pretty much definitely telling me the breakdown of a foundation. Your home, a marriage, a job, a company, a business. It needs to go and say goodbye to it. So if you had a family business with a brother, sister, mother, father, it's time to spread your wings and leave it behind. Let it burn. Let it burn, let it burn. If this was a marriage, there's a level of toxicity or whatever was going on, it's got to go. Even if that means you're starting all over again with this person if you want to reconciliate. Whatever the fuck it is, the whole entire influence for the month of February is a foundation that needs to fall apart, but you're holding on with the tightest of grips. Now, let's see. Now, in the beginning of the month, you have a Two of Cups. Here's what I was telling you. Soulmate. Somebody that you feel very passionate about. Somebody that you have chemistry with. Somebody that has a soul contract with you on this plane and earth. This is now the beginning of the month. Coupled with the Eight of Pentacles. You work together. Or you would like to work together. With the Hermit card, you could be dealing with a Virgo. Or you're playing it safe. You're being quiet, or you're taking a time out. You're taking a time out from the public eye. Middle of the month. You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody has made a kind gesture to you, but they have an ulterior motive. They're in a position of authority, so although they're being generous and kind with you, there's a reason why they're doing this. So just beware. Centering your whole entire reading, smack dab in the middle of the month, you have the World card. The end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. You are beginning a new chapter in life. And luck is on your side because right next to it you have the Wheel. The Wheel of Fortune is moving in your direction. The wheels are finally changing for you, Aries. It's been pretty shitty. 2019 sucked. Specifically so the latter half. And January, and I think part of February, January wasn't kind to you. I don't even think December was kind to you. I think the beginning of February is still a little shaky and uncertain for you, but things are starting to change in the middle of the month. And I think that you're going to have major epiphanies going on in the middle of the month. At the end of the month, you have the Knight of Wands. So this is a Sagittarian energy. Could be an actual Sagittarius. Could actually be you. Or your energy. But this is quick. This is fast energy. This is riding in and riding out. And this is you getting an offer and you're saying yes. You're not even thinking about it. Or you're not crossing the T's and dotting the I's. You're just doing whatever. You're just quickly accepting, doing, moving forward, and going forward. And you're doing this with your eyes closed because right after you have the Fool, you're just jumping right in. You're like, all right, new job offer, I'll take it. New relationship, I'll go for it. I don't care if you're like a Trump supporter, Bernie Sanders supporter, whatever. Some crazy ass thinking people think like that is antithetical to them. They don't care. You're just doing it. You're just going. You're like, forget it. I got to try something new. I got to try something different. And the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is telling me you're not thinking big enough, Aries. You're not spreading your wings. You're playing the safe bet. or you think there's no future in a certain cause, which is probably why in your influence position you had the Tower and the Four of Wands in reverse. So you feel just like because a business failed or a relationship failed, that, you know what, you're just gonna lean back and just, play it safe. Because interestingly enough, if I go down the line, over here at the beginning of the month, you have the Hermit going within, thinking, taking a time out, just closing yourself off. To the center of the month where fate step. And first of all, these are two major arcanas, or you could be dealing with a Virgo also, as I said before. The Wheel of Fortune in the center of the month, which brings us to the end of the month, the very last outcome energy going into March, you have the Three of Wands. So the wheel is turning in your direction, but you're not thinking big enough. You're thinking chump change. It's quite interesting, because if I go over here at the beginning of the month, the Two of Cups, the relationship, the soulmate, the partnership, with underneath it in the middle of the month, the Six of Pentacles, somebody making you an offer in great authority but has ulterior motives, to the Knight of Wands. And the Knight is younger than the King. You're not thinking like a king. You're not thinking like a queen, Aries. You're just rushing right in. To the smack dab down the center at Eight of Pentacles, it's a job offer or working with somebody. Things are finally changing. One chapter has ended and is beginning to the end of the month where you have the Fool. You have a lot of major arcana on the table. This is fate. This is fate coming in. I think there was something that you had initially done either years ago or recently, Aries, and you had a really major hiccup, and now you're a little bit insecure of moving forward or changing tact. Whether this was a relationship and you got bitten on the ass, or a company you started and you fell on your ass. But you, Aries, you can spring forward because you are the leaders of the zodiac, and there's a reason for that, and why you're also the children of the zodiac. People misunderstand Aries all the time. They think that they're up to something sneaky. No, they're not. They're so innocent because they think like children. Just they are the children of the zodiac. They like, I'm gonna do it. Why can't I do it? And the adult in the room is gonna be like, well, because A, B, and C. But I don't care. I want to figure it out my own. That's the amazing trait of an Aries. This is why you have the Fool card. This is why this is the Aries card. You're just gonna plunge right in and you'll figure it out later. But while you're doing that, don't think so small. Think a lot bigger, Aries. Why is the Two of Cups here for my Aries folk? Please flip out, or I take the top card. Team Aries, Angel Spirit, Universe, Angel Guides. What is going on? Thank you. Yeah, you got a lot of competition. You're competing with a lot of people. Whether it's the industry you're in, whether you're in the dating pool or the dating scene, or it's a company that you want to start up, you're having challenging times because you have to compete with all these people, specifically so with this relationship. So maybe you have to compete for this partnership, or you have to compete within the business with your partner or this lover. Maybe everybody wants a piece of pie from this guy. Moving on. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Please flip out for us. I take the top card. Thank you. I mean, it was on the edge. It wanted to come out. You have the Moon card, so you're not aware of all the information just yet, coupled with the Eight of Pentacles. This is working hard, working towards your goals, working towards something you love, just working, period. Putting out your resume, getting a new job, and working towards a relationship, but you don't have all the facts. You don't have all the information. What's the other card that popped out? Five of Swords. Yeah, this for me is the bittersweet card. This is winning, but at the cost of something. So yeah, okay, you win the argument, but then you lost the friendship or the relationship, whatever it could be. Or this is you having mental strife. Or this is you trying to figure out what's the information that you're missing. What don't you know? Because you're just sitting here looking down at your desk, working hard, and not knowing what the end in sight is. See, moving on. Why is the Hermit here, please? Please clarify the Hermit. Pop out for us, or I take the top card. Why is the Hermit card here, please? Why is the Hermit card here, please? Hermit, please. Thank you. King of Swords. You're very much dealing with a King of Swords. Or, this could be the energy you're taking on. Male. Very male dominant. Somebody very smart, very discerning. Knows his shit. Knows his shit very well. Air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Either way, you're thinking about this individual because you have the Hermit card. So maybe you received an offer from an air sign male. And now you're going within to think about that offer or what this person means to you. Maybe they want to be your partner in business. Maybe they want to be your partner in crime for life, romantically. I don't know. Let's see. Why is the Six of Pentacles in reverse? Please clarify the Six of Pentacles in the center of the month. Six of Pentacles here. Thank you. Okay. So you have the Four of Swords. This is healing. So what this tells me is you are receiving a job offer, or you're receiving some sort of financial stipend, and you're financially healing. So maybe you had a financial loss, Aries, or you had, if this is a romantic loss, you had a loss. You had a great loss, but now you received an offer and you're healing from that. You're healing from a loss of coin or a loss of value of something to you. So it's being restored. So you're restoring your finances, or you're restoring a relationship, or you're restoring your own personal health regarding what emotionally had happened to you. But I do see more or less, I feel it's very much money-based. It's very much money-related. Why is the world here? Please clarify the world for us. Please clarify the world. Please clarify the world. Please clarify the world. Please clarify the world. I'm going to take the top card. Thank you. Take the top card. Okay, yeah. You're defending your position. You know, the Seven of Wands pretty much talks about you trying to stay afloat, trying to stay atop of things. And coupled with the World card, you are definitely might be leaving this struggling situation in the house, because this card is in the center of your reading, which, you know, is crowning the whole entire month. It's smack dab in the center. So this is you defending the position that you have to go in. So maybe you needed to do a timeout because you had the Hermit here. Go in like, okay, what do I do? Do I just take this job that I really don't like, but I need money and, you know, resources right now because I'm depleted, so I'll just go do this? Or I don't want to take this job because this takes me away from my family, my husband, my wife, my kids, whatever it is. Whatever it is that you decide to do, it's as if you have to defend it and you need support, so you're arguing your position because you are definitely changing. Something's, one chapter is closing and another one's beginning. Why is the wheel here, please? Jeez, didn't have to ask twice. Or I feel like almost not even once. Okay, yeah. The Tower. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So there was a complete collapse in your financial status, you know, as an independent, as you are off onto your own, because this is clarifying the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. So this isn't reversed. This is upright. This means your luck is changing from your financial loss in your home. You know, you were devastated financially, this tells me. Very much so. Or you lost a job in the holidays, or you lost your position with a certain thing. You lost your independence. Maybe you had a marriage that dissolved, and it financially depleted you. It broke down your foundation. It broke you. Maybe you lost your company, something along those lines. But that's all changing now in the middle of February. This is very, very interesting, because now when I get these clarifiers, and this is my deep dive, I find these things so fascinating, because here we are. You have a Six of Pentacles. You had a financial loss, and now you might be recuperating with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm sorry, the Wheel ending this, moving into this direction. On this side of the wheel, you had a financial loss. This is the middle of the month. This was from the beginning to the center. This is smack dab the center. New chapter, moving into this direction, the Wheel of Fortune, from clarifying your financial loss as an individual, and your foundation. It burnt down. It burnt down. Down went the ship. And that's why we had in influence the Four of Wands reversed, which is foundation again. And the Tower, another card of foundation in reverse. Whatever it was, it had to happen. It had to go. You either learned lessons from it, or now you know you can't trust other people. Now you're like, okay, I'm going to start a new company and I'm going to go out on my own because I can't have partners, even though I really need a partner to make me feel more secure in what I'm doing. No, you don't. Aries, fuck that shit. You could do this. You could do this on your own because nobody is stronger than you in the whole entire zodiac wheel. Yes, the Leo. Yeah, no. Because nobody behaves like an Aries. They don't care. Fear does not threaten them. Not even in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, or 70s. Aries just go. And somehow they always land on their feet even when they find themselves on their ass. Just don't get so insecure that you think small. Now, let's see, Aries. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Please clarify the Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Please clarify the Knight of Wands. Thank you. Yeah, the Knight of Wands coupled with the Wheel of Fortune felt like this. This is a clarifier, though, for the Knight of Wands. So, you're not thinking big enough, I feel like, again. You know, the wheel, this is why from the middle of the month going to the end of the month for the Knight of Wands, the universe is on your side. They're trying to bring fortune into your life. And right now, the stars and the sun are aligning for you for the next 6 months, Aries, for your business ventures to just go up, like blow up. Like, seriously, blow you up on the scene, whatever you do, whatever the industry is. But don't be foolish enough that you're running in, that you're overlooking the opportunities. Don't go backwards. Don't look in the opposite direction. Don't go looking into your past. What happened there is done. Forget it. It's gone. It's over, Aries. This wheel has to be upright. So, let's see. The Fool. You're just moving fast. And you're trying to forget the past, but you can't. You've got to extract the lessons from the past, take them with you, and move it into the future. Start a company again, but on your own. Tell yourself, this works, this doesn't work. I've done it, I know better. Same thing with relationships. I got burnt. I allowed myself to be vulnerable, and I got burnt. But now I think you know, okay, so now that's the trick, right? I have to be vulnerable again, but just I've got to be aware of the red flags. Same for relationships. Same thing with work. You know, you want to believe the best in other people. It's not that you're naive. You just believe the best in others. But when you start seeing those red flags, when you're working with partners and it doesn't seem right or it doesn't seem kosher, most likely it isn't. Trust your instincts, especially now while Venus is in Pisces up until February 7th. Why is the Fool here? Why is the Fool here? Please clarify the Fool. Thank you. Fool talks about, and I kind of wanted to come in reverse, but, you know, it could be a third-party situation. It could be an event. It could be networking, working with a third individual. But I don't think this is working. This is something to do with emotionally dealing with a third party. And that's what I heard in that complex way. Emotionally dealing with a third party. So maybe a third party did you wrong, or you're thinking about networking with a third party, something to do emotionally dealing with a third party or working with a third party. But I don't think it's really working. I think that you have to deal with somebody from your past, because I heard this: past, present, future. You can't throw out the baby with the bathwater, is also what I heard. You can't let go of your past because you need it for your present, and don't worry about your future. It will all work out. But you have to deal with somebody from your past that was a third party, is what I'm hearing. And emotionally that just has you struggling just a slight bit. But you're like, whatever, it's fine. The Fool's here. I'm going to take a leap of faith and do it. Just go. Why is the Three of Wands in reverse here? Why is the Three of Wands here in reverse? Why is the Three of Wands in reverse? One more shuffle, please. Pop out, or I take the top card. Universe, Spirit, and guides for Team Aries. Why is Three of Wands in reverse here? Why? Thank you. Two of Cups, but in reverse. Again, and this is how you began the reading. In the beginning of the month, you had the Two of Cups in the upright position. And at the end of the month, you have the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups in reverse. So maybe you don't see a future regarding this partnership. Or maybe you just are not thinking big enough regarding this relationship. Or maybe you're thinking that you don't see how it can work. Like you don't see your ships coming in with this person. Or maybe it just didn't happen yet. This is the very last card for the month of February. We have no idea how March is going to play out or why this is here. But it is saying that you're not thinking large enough. And I don't think that you're thinking how you could benefit from this relationship. Just because it's in reverse, because this is a clarifying position, if this is regarding a relationship, I just almost feel as if it's something that hasn't started yet. And it's not a matter of a choice, Aries. I just think that you're thinking that you're just thinking it won't work. Like you just don't want, or maybe you just don't see a future with this person. But I think that, and over here, it's also telling me, with this this Three of Cups, again, with another three over here, you might be letting your past hinder you emotionally. And that's why I kept saying emotionally complex with third party. So whoever this soulmate individual you are dealing with, it's blocking you from your future, or it's not letting you think large enough. It's very interesting. I don't want to go more into it, Aries, because this is the end of February, and March has very different things in store for you, of course. So this is just basically what's playing out for you in the month of February. Now, I want to pull one more card from Angel Answers and one from the Romance deck just to see. They're talking to you, Aries. They really are. If you believe. So, if you believe, that this might not work out, then that's what's going to happen. But if you believe that it can work out, that will happen. I mean, the wheel is here. The fates are here. You have a lot of major arcanas in this reading where the universe is stepping in to help you change your circumstance, change your life. This is telling me you have free will. So whatever you believe actually happens in what you can manifest. Let me just see if there's any more messages. I'm going to do one shuffle. If anything pops out, these are more messages that the universe and guides want you to hear. If nothing pops out, we move on. Any other messages for my Aries folk? Any other messages for my Aries folk? Listen to your intuition. And it's interesting because both cards pretty much, discuss one another. They complement one another. Listen to your intuition. I was just telling you before how Venus is in Pisces, and that very much tells us that right now our instincts are in overdrive. Use them. So if you believe that you can move on, if you feel like this won't work, then it won't. If you believe that it will, But listen to what your inner self is saying, and use that as your compass. Make sure you do such a thing, Some of us Aries people just fly by the seat of our pants. We can't do that. Listen to your intuition. What does it say to you? Archangel Michael Samuel. Any other love message from the Oracle of Love? Angels of Love. Any messages for my Aries folk? Well, that's enough. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. This could be the one. You're already met the romantic partner you seek. And deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Like I said before, and this is interesting. Maybe you have a partner, a love partner, and then you have a business partner. Only you know. Because Aries, there's so many areas of you out there that, all these messages are, these are general messages, so I can't apply to every Aries out there. But what I was saying before, somebody's wearing a false mask, this and that. This is my intuition that's kicking in right now. When I told you had the Six of Pentacles, somebody's befriending you or gifting you a coin or relationship because they have ulterior motives. It could very well be this King of Swords. Maybe they want to use you because they think you're smart, you're a genius, they want your ideas for business, and they think that you're brilliant. So they're just going to steal your ideas and take it for their own, but they need you to execute it. So be careful of what they're doing. Like I said, ulterior motives. Now, playfulness. I suspect you, Aries, as you always are, you're always constantly playful. You don't really shit gets you down, but then you spring back up, and you don't really show a lot of people your weaknesses. I mean, that's a big thing for Aries people, and you constantly want to be playful because, you want people to be around you and just whatever it is that you just enjoy other people's companies. But what I think this card is telling me here is this playfulness, this playfulness of you, Aries, will come out. It will shine. And I think, because this says this could be the one you've already met, the romantic partner you seek. Two things for two camps of Aries. I think that either you're already seeing and dating somebody else, and then this guy comes on the scene who might slightly deceive you. Or camp number two, where I think that this person was thinking of deceiving you. Your playfulness came out, and this person realized, wait, holy shit, I think Aries could be the one. So while they were in the process of trying to deceive you, this person might have fell for you. Literally and genuinely fell for you. Was like, whoa, wait. Aries is knocking my socks off, blowing my hair back. Because there's a big difference from the energies of the beginning of the month to the end of the month. It's just so interesting. And to see this at the end of the month with the Two of Cups in reverse, the Aries always want to play it safe because they're sick of getting burned. They don't want to get burned, and they don't want to feel that shit ever again. So, if say this King of Swords isn't showing you what you need to see, or if you're not hearing from this King of Swords what you need to hear, or they're not offering you the love, or they're not offering you the job, or they're not giving you something big enough, then you're playing it safe over here by saying, no, bye, click out. But I think it's interesting that you let this all play out because this person could be the one, and that maybe this person doesn't even realize it himself. Either way, Aries, please listen to your moon and or your rising signs, because they can either clarify this reading or complement this reading, or those messages are more or less meant for you to hear. Please click like and or subscribe so I can circulate this video for the Aries that were meant to hear these messages. And until then, please come back for mid-March so we can see how this all plays out. Until then, bye, Aries.